Guys, before we get into seller consultations, this is darlacansell from South Louisiana, real estate agent with a real broker. And I tell you what, I woke up this morning, went outside to do my morning walk, probably around 5:20, and I was so pleasantly surprised. Feels like it's in the maybe mid-60s. The humidity feels like it's zero, and let me tell you what, it is a great day to not be stuck in an office. Every day that I'm able to be out and about meeting with sellers and getting ready to list houses, I think back to just 5.5 very short years ago that feel literally like yesterday, where I was in an office without a window, surrounded by lots of people who were just ticking away at the day, counting the hours till Friday, till the end of the day, to just get the hell out of Dodge. And I was losing my mind on a daily basis. And for those of you that don't know my story, in February of 2019, I was a technology supervisor for Acadia Parish School Board, literally losing my mind every day and not really knowing what I could do. But I had 20.5 years, and I knew that I needed to do something else. I just didn't know what it was. And then the superintendent at that time came into my office and basically said, "You're being put on administrative leave without pay," which basically is a fancy word for saying you're fired. And listen, it is the craziest thing, but I remember being so pissed off because I had given 20.5 years of my life to Acadia Parish School Board and had given it all. And it was like a huge slap in the face, and it pissed me off. But then after I kind of regained my senses, I thought to myself, you know what? This guy just did me the biggest favor, because I probably would have never quit. And so the next day, I went in and turned in all my paperwork, and thankfully I had 20.5 years, so I was able to retire. I resigned, I retired, and listen, signed up the following Monday for real estate school, and have been loving every single minute of it. My very first year in real estate, I only closed 12 transactions. I spent so much money on marketing and advertising. I netted that year negative $2,000 and loved every freaking minute of it. I would have never gone back to Acadia Parish School Board for any amount of money, because I was now like, it felt like I was free. And so to have the opportunity today, I have a couple of appointments today, but 2 of them, I'm going to meet with sellers to list their houses for sale. And just a disclaimer right now, y'all, I switched from AT&T to T-Mobile back in January, and it's the stupidest decision I ever could have made. Sometimes I just don't have very good Wi-Fi, and sometimes it just goes out, especially in the country, which I'm in the country a whole lot. But I'm meeting with 2 sellers today, and absolutely love meeting with sellers to help them get their houses listed and sold. The ultimate goal is to get a house sold. Listen, I say all the time, a monkey can put a sign in the front yard and a lockbox on the door and call it a day. A monkey can do that. You are not hiring a real estate agent to put a sign in your front yard and a lockbox on the door. Anyone can do that. You can do that yourself. A real estate agent should say to you, in my expert opinion, these are some things that you need to do to prepare your home to hit the market ready to sell, right? And so every consultation for me looks a lot different. It depends on the situation. It depends on what the home looks like. It depends on what the surrounding land that the house is on looks like. All of that comes into play. And so it depends. A lot of times I get this call from sellers, and I absolutely love this call. I've been watching your videos for weeks or months or whatever the time may be, and I've done every single thing that you've said to do, because I've talked about it over and over and over again. You can go back and look at all my videos from the past. But listen, what I say to people is, you do not need to do anything major. When you're getting ready to sell your house, it can't be too clean, it can't be too decluttered, it can't be too welcoming, it can't be too bright, it can't be too neutralized. And that means you need to be able to think about, when a buyer walks through your house, them picturing themselves in your house, not you, okay? And so I get this call all the time. People say to me, I've been listening to your videos, and I'm ready. I've done everything on the list, and I cannot wait for you to see my house. I love getting that call. I get it all the time. So today, I'm going to meet with sellers who have been listening to my videos. They're ready. They're ready to sign the documents to get it listed. My photographer has already been scheduled to go out there. It's going to hit the market, and I have a feeling that it's going to sell probably fairly quickly. I have a good feeling about it. Then after this afternoon, I'm meeting with another seller. Crazy enough, this seller said to me, I Googled local real estate agents that had 5 stars, and you were one of the first ones that popped up, and that's why I called you. So this lady that I'm meeting with this afternoon has not followed me on Facebook. She doesn't know me from Adam. She knows me from Google. Now, we've had a couple of conversations, so she has an idea of what to expect. But listen, when I got into real estate 5.5 years ago, this is kind of how my videos and my list came about. When I started looking at houses 5.5 years ago, with potential buyers who were pre-approved and wanted to go house hunting, and they would say, listen, I want to go see houses in this budget range, right? And so I'd pull houses and we'd go look at houses in Eunice and Crowley and Rain. There wasn't a whole lot really for sale in Iota back then, at least not for sale with a real estate agent. There were probably some for sale by owners, but not really any real estate agents per se. But in all those surrounding towns, we would go look at houses, and I'd unlock those doors of houses I had never been inside before, and it was so disheartening. It was so sad. I would walk into these houses that had been on the market, some for months, and listen, some for years. These houses had been on the market. They were dark, they were dirty, they were cluttered, they were just, it was like, I wanted to cry. Sometimes I'd walk into houses and go like, oh my God, I don't even want to touch a light switch in these houses because they are in that condition. And listen, no blame on the sellers at all. Shame on those real estate agents that listed those houses that way. We are supposed to be the expert professionals in our field, right? We are supposed to be the expert. Kind of like when you go to a doctor, a dentist, or an attorney, or any other professional, you're trusting that you hired them because they know they are the expert in whatever field they are in. You have hired them for a reason. So when I walked into those homes that looked that way, the minute I walked into them, I thought, shame on the real estate agent that has a sign in this front yard and is marketing this house looking this way. Listen, when you list your house for sale, it cannot be too clean, it cannot be too decluttered, it cannot be too bright. It should be like you are going to the prom and you are putting on your best hair, your best makeup, your best dress, your best everything. If you're a guy, you're putting on your best tux, you're fixing your hair, you're doing all the things because you get one time to make a good first impression. So when that photographer, and not to mention that when you look up a lot of these houses online, it looked like the real estate agent had taken their pictures with some flip phone from the 90s. It was absolutely sadly disturbing. Now I find over the years that it's gotten a little better. There are still some houses that I go into and I think, oh my God, I would be absolutely ashamed if I was that real estate agent who allowed that seller to list their house looking that way. Now listen, I'm about to go through the woods, so I might lose y'all for just a second, okay? But listen, every single consultation with me is basically the same. You want your house to look so amazing when it hits the market that people want to go see it in person. You get one chance to make a good first impression, and I guarantee you, probably 95% of people are looking for houses online. They're looking for houses on Zillow and realtor.com, on Trulia, on all the places, and they're looking online, and they're just scrolling through all those houses that are for sale, and a picture, the very first picture or the second picture or the third picture, if they don't like what they see, they're just moving on to the next house. Simple as that. So you get one chance to make a first impression. So your real estate agent who you hire should be the expert in your field and should have the confidence to say to you, listen, you need to do this, 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 and this so that your home looks amazing when it hits the market. And listen, it shouldn't be major things. Like I said, it can't be too clean, it can't be too bright, it can't be too decluttered. I'm not talking about repainting, ripping out carpet, doing all these major projects. I am simply talking about cleaning and decluttering for the most part. Absolutely for the most part. Now, if things are broken, listen, let's say I walk up to your back door and the handle is all worn and it's shaky and it's loose and it's about to fall off. Listen, common sense goes a long way. You get one chance to make a first impression. So if that back door is where you know buyers are going to be walking through to get into your house, that back door area can't be too clean, can't be too fresh. Put you a cute little welcome mat, put you a cute little plant, make sure your doorknob works fine, that the glass isn't broken. Those kinds of common sense things that are going to get you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in your pocket, because buyers are going to feel like you absolutely took amazing care of your home. And that's the impression that you want to give every day, every time. So now what's coming soon? What's coming soon? I know for sure a home in Evangeline that I'm pretty positive is not in an area that requires flood insurance. I'm almost 95% positive. On 5.5 gorgeous acres with a beautiful in-ground pool and a huge shop, and I'm almost positive it's 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. I'm almost positive. I don't know the square footage, but it is a brick house on a slab. I almost remember them telling me that the roof is fairly new, but I'm going to have details about that one coming soon. Another one in Eunice is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath home in Eunice, and that one's going to be for sale pretty soon. Both of them, I'm not sure exactly what the price is going to be. I always like to see the homes in pictures, and I spend a good amount of money on professional photography. So my photographer is going to go, once the seller tells me it's ready for pictures, he's going, he's taking amazing professional pictures. He's going to fly over and take drone footage so that you can see the neighborhood that it's in, you can see the surrounding area. He's going to take videos. It is going to look amazing in pictures and in videos. And then at that time, if we weren't real sure what the price is going to be, we're going to decide on the price. And you keep an eye on my Facebook page, you will see it. Now, I have lots and lots of land coming soon. Right now on the Iota Highway heading towards Egan, if you hadn't noticed, I have 8 gorgeous acres of property right there. It's all road frontage on the highway, but the best thing is there is a tree line between the main highway and the property. So if you're wanting to build a house, where it's private, I get this call every day. I want a piece of property that's very, very private. The best thing about this property is you don't even know it's there from the highway because there's a tree line between Iota Highway and the property. It's not in a zone that requires flood insurance. It's 8 gorgeous acres. It's zoned for Iota High, and that one is listed at $160. And the seller is somewhat flexible on that price. So if you're interested in it, let me know. That's 8 gorgeous acres on the Iota Highway. Another listing that is coming very soon is land, and that is 31 acres in the Iota High, on the, not on the Iota Highway, on Highway 1120, I do believe. 31 acres. Not sure on the price yet. Again, waiting to see the pictures and the videos and kind of just get a good look of what it actually looks like. That's going to be for sale very, very soon. That is an Iota address. Another one is 10 acres It is either a Crowley or an Esterwood address. It's on the Esterwood Highway. It is a beautiful piece of property, just a little bit south of the old Manual's truck stop, now the Petro. That one is going to be coming very soon. That one is 10 acres. And I'm trying to think what else. If you are looking, or if anyone you know is looking for commercial property, I'm going to have 3.5 acres on the Egan Highway, listed for $300,000. Now listen, that's commercial property because you can see the interstate exactly from where it is. Could you build a house there? Yes, you could. Do you want to spend $300,000 to build a house right there? Probably not. But it's 3.5 acres. That's commercial property right there off of the Iota Esterwood exit on the north side of interstate, right by RV Specialist. That's going to be 3.5 acres. So listen, lots. I literally never know when I'm getting the next call to list land, to list a house. I get calls almost every single day. Some of them I don't take. I can tell from talking to a person, a potential seller, if they're going to be the kind of person that I will enjoy working with. I love working with people who are, especially if you're a seller of a house, if you are motivated and you're gung-ho and you're like, listen, tell me what I need to do because I want to make maximum profit. I'm going to do what I need to do to make sure that my house looks amazing when it hits the market. That's the kind of clients that I love to deal with. When I get a call for people that want to sell land, I love this call. Listen, I'm calling you because I have land for sale in your area. I know that you're the expert. What price do you believe it is worth? What price do you believe that it could easily appraise for? I'm looking for my turn. Sorry, y'all. I'm on my way to a listing and I know about where it is. So anyway, that's the call I get. I love the kinds of people who say, listen, I trust you 1,000,000% to do what you need to do to get this sold. Let's do what we need to do and let's go for it. That's the kind of call I love. And for you as a potential buyer, listen, just keep an eye on my Facebook page. There are going to be new things hitting the market. This kind of weather gets people kind of excited about buying and selling. People ask me every day, how's the market in real estate? Listen, for me, it's been amazing. There will always be buyers. There will always be sellers. There will always be a reason or a need. Some people sometimes have to buy or have to sell and may not want to. There will always be a reason. Y'all enjoy this weather. I sure hope you are able to get out and enjoy it. If you're somewhere where you can crack a window, do so, because this weather is just amazing. And remember this in real estate. If you're thinking about buying, or you're thinking about selling, or listen, if you're thinking about becoming a real estate agent, there are no stupid questions at all. I'd love to answer your questions. You can message me. You can call me anytime. I'd love to have a conversation with you. I am very busy, but I guarantee you I will always, always get back to you. Y'all have a great day. Take care and be on the lookout for the coming soon